this a club going on here?
A family.
Okay. Woo! Woo! She's a little shy. We got her from Wisconsin Aussie Rescue. She was abused before we got her.
No, that's we're joking. The ARPH? Or just
Well,
the Wisconsin
well,
group?
The Wisconsin, well, yeah, we went through ARPH,
That's
whatever.
where we got Joe.
And it was Joe.
Joe's right here. Yeah, we got her when we've only had her 2 years, and she was in terrible shape. She was going to be destroyed, and someone went to pick her up. And we found her at a foster because there weren't any available, and that's what we'd always had.
Okay, right.
And she, until we got Hope, for 2-3 years now, she wouldn't even eat if Kevin was in the house.
Okay. Same with Ellie. She didn't like me. She didn't like me when we got her. She would hang around my wife, but.
Yeah, and we could tell the dynamic was for sure in that house, the husband and wife, because she was. I mean, she would try to eat him if he was going to get in bed. I mean, like, it was, and then we got to get worried, because I thought she would warm up, but she just was terrified. How old is Ellie?
Ellie's now, wait, where is she? Ellie's
right
about, maybe 5, 4 or 5. We got her like 3 years ago, and she was about 2.5, maybe.
Okay, right.
So she's maybe around 5. But listen to this, she in addition to her 2 teeth having to be removed because they were traumatized, she also, and her one ear is all fucked up, but she also had, you know what a basketball needle is, where they stick in when you pump up a basketball, you got to put a needle in there and then fill it up. She had a basketball needle stuck in her spine, and it had been there so long, I know. Can you imagine?
No.
Anyway, that was removed before we even got her, right before we got her. In fact, when we got her, she had like a patch on here,
Oh my God.
So we immediately got her buzzed when we got home, so it wouldn't look so bad. Ellie, it's okay.
It's okay, baby. I understand. No, see, we, like I said, we went through them. We went through a terrible loss with our other animal, and I wasn't ready, but I wasn't doing really well. And she had a terrible cancer, and I actually quit my job and moved and stayed, checked in the hospital, and we lived there so she could get treatment. And to make my sure I was all whacked out.
How old?
She was 12 years old. She had a transitional cell nasal carcinoma, which was, grossly rare, so, nobody, no one spends that type of money, and there's, there aren't a lot of great remedies to even prolong a healthy life. So, anyway, a couple years later, my husband was like, you just need to look, and we'd always rescued, and I just saw her picture, and they were just so similar, and not thinking, but I thought, she wouldn't even make eye contact. You just feel like they've been through so much with a lot of love, but it's taken a long time. Animals have helped her more than anything, because I could tell she was part of a farm or part of a pack, that she feels so safe. But I know you mean it's heartbreaking. Other people don't obviously understand unless you've been through that experience with animals. They misconstrued that as, you got to give them room. You have to.
Exactly.
She's got to feel it out. But she's sweet as can be. You smell?
She, in fact, we had our first Aussie years, like 25 years ago. My wife got from a cousin of hers up in Michigan who was breeding them just for the farmers up there. Like $25 here's a dog.
Right. Go to work.
And her parents had an Aussie, and at that time, no one had. And I thought, these are weird looking dogs. But so we had that, and that was Stanley. And then Stanley we had to put down when he was 14. He just got way too old. Like he was falling and things. And then we got Rudy, because Rudy, she was a black and white Aussie, like mostly black. But we got Rudy because she had been the baby in this family, and then the family got a real baby, and Ellie got jealous and nipped at that baby, and the next day her picture was on the website, and we had just put down Stanley, and I said, oh, anyway, Rudy died at 10 with blood cancer, and 2 days before we had to put her down, she wasn't going anywhere, you know, so we had to put her down. I saw Ellie's picture on the Wisconsin Aussie Rescue site, and I thought, I said to my wife, I said, you know, Karen, I know, we just lost Rudy, but take a look at this poor dog. No, you know, chances are no one's going to take her.
Right, that's why that no one, which is unbelievable.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, look at her, she was 6 and it was, well, obviously it was chance, because what happened is they, you know, wherever she got surrendered, they were going to put her down, and, you know, they put calls out to see if someone could come pick her up to the groups, you know. So some person was nice enough to get in their car and drive out and get her, and then they were trying to find a foster home for her. So she was kind of in transition, you know, but it's one of those things that, thank God for people that do that,
I know.
You know.
Exactly. Jojo,
It's just like,
aren't you pretty, huh? Look at that. Look at that. You look the first dog that we ever saw was my wife's parents had an Aussie that looks very similar.
Yeah, she's both red and blue. Obviously the red's mostly in her skirt.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she's red and blue. And like you're saying about the jaw, she has that, they obviously used her to breed because she has that terrible underbite, whatever they call that. And see, this hangs out, but, you know, my vet said she doesn't know any different, so we just do a really good job about, you know, brushing. Little nugget.